Hello guys, welcome back. So we are gonna stay. I just cracked from the pressure. I've had a vegan stalker for a couple weeks now, and I've had to kick some more aggressive vegans and vegetarians off the channel before. Some of you have been super nice, and I really love you and appreciate you for that. And like I said, look, he doesn't really care about dietary whatever we do as long as we're healthy and it's good for us and we weren't guilted into it and it's nothing that's making us miserable. I was the saddest, most pathetic vegan you ever saw. I hated every minute of it. I would step out onto my porch like a wolf and like smell the local DQ, and it was pure torture. I wanted that burger so bad. It was the worst decision I ever made in my life. I'm an omnivore. If I could eat just beef, I would do it. So, if I could go to a local farm at like 2 a.m. and go, that cow right there, get it, Loki, I would do that. So, I like my beef. I got chickens too. Yeah, we like meat in this house. And so he got me away from it. But with other people, might be fine with it. So it wasn't even a judgment call on her being vegan. And I explained to her in a few, emails that, look, you are fine being a vegan. Great, good for you. She's doing it wrong, but great, good for you. But um you can't come onto my channel, harass me, or harass people, or try to convert people. She did it anyhow. And I think I either just banned her today, or I banned someone that just felt like they were better than me because all I can afford is store-bought meat, and they have like a whatever, and they raise their own. Good for them. And it was just all too much. It was all too much. It could have been her, trying a different tactic. Some vegans they will, believe me, I was vegan for a couple years. They will pretend to eat meat just to run down omnivores and, demoralize us and make us question our stuff. Ironically, because of her harassment and her constant pressure, she made me want something from my childhood, so that's why we now have fur in the house. And, so great job, lady. You did the exact opposite of what you wanted to do. And, we have it because, I've practiced from decades. I practiced from, I'm old. I'm over 40. So I'll be 46 this year. So, I remember when it was no big deal, and it still isn't depending on where you practice. Not everybody's such a uptight square, but you use the animal pelt, you use parts from the animal because you feel a spiritual connection, and it's truly felt because somebody asked me to show why do you use fur and stuff on your altars. Let's say this is a pelt. It's clearly not, but let's say this is a pelt. Let's say this is bobcat, okay? I don't think I could even use bobcat in this state, but let's say this is bobcat. Bobcat is my totem. I have a spiritual connection to bobcat. I go out, I get a bobcat plush, I get bobcat plates, I get all these statues. I'm doing stuff, but something is wrong. In my heart, in my quiet place, I know and I'm feeling interacting with the spirit essence, however you see it, because there's like 9 different billion views of what, animal totems, spirits, helpers are. I'm seeing Bobcat and getting a pelt. I'm getting a pelt. I'm getting a pelt. I get a fake pelt. Doesn't work. Finally, I know a friend and I say, could I borrow your pelt for just like once? And the friend goes, finally coming over to the dark side, huh? Gives me a pelt. I come home, I put this bobcat pelt on my altar, I center, I work with it, and because the magic is believed to be inherent in the pelt, this is the important thing. The magic, the properties, the spiritual energy is believed to be inherent in the pelt. It works. It's the reason we use pelts, it's the reason we use tails, claws, fangs. It's the reason we eat the meat. It's the reason why if you go hunting, your first hunt, you're blooded. You know, it's all that tradition that we have given up that we don't remember anymore. You have to really spend time studying the animal, whatnot, for, to hunt. You have to study the animal. If they're your totem, you do well to study them. If it's bobcat, study everything about bobcats, study their diet, try to learn from them, try to learn just from the animal, and try to don't go out into the wild and do this. A bobcat won't appreciate it. But, try also to learn from, what are the spiritual teachings around them? Do you believe them? Do you not believe them? What results are you getting? And if you're pulled to use a natural material like a pelt that was harvested as fast and as quickly as possible, I don't know what people think we do. It's not Pulp Fiction, then go ahead, use that pelt. There's nothing inherently wrong with it, whether we use the inside or the outside of an animal. Really, at the end of the day, it's all just semantics. But that is why we use it magically. It's the same reason you use a feather to smudge, or, you know, people wear, leather because, well, we wear leather because it's warm and it's durable and everything else. But at one time, especially if you have European ancestors, am I going to say the right animal? I'm not going to probably even say the right name, but the great bull, the great cattle of ancestry, um, it should be Urus, but the Urus rune, is it Aurochs? Am I saying the wrong animal? I probably am, but anyhow, they signified strength and power, everything. So if you wonder why everything heathen is made out of leather, that's why. It goes back to having the strength and power and stamina of the bull. So, that's why we use real things. A lot in the Therian community do it too. A lot of Therians, if they're a fox or a wolf or something, they'll go get the appropriate tail, which is legal depending on where you live. So that is, a basic little tiny covering of why we use real animal parts, if we do. Some people don't. Some people are uncomfortable, and I respect that. But it's a magical thing, and it's also felt that I don't want to say it's a better gift, but it's closer to nature, obviously, to give, something organic like that. But, it's up to you. You don't have to do it. But there's nothing inherently wrong with doing it. There's nothing better about doing it. It's just one of many options. And, Loki and I have just been dealing with the stress of this woman stalking me, so I put it in Loki's hands. And I go, and giggle back here. And, we have the order coming in tomorrow, so we have a couple more tails coming in. Odin wanted one today. It got shipped today. It's arriving tomorrow with the rest of the tails. I think I would be okay to show that to you guys on camera, but I go out of my way to make you guys comfortable. I don't ever show up. I can't remember showing up anyways, let me put it that way, wearing a leather jacket. I don't show you guys the furries. I've shown you recipes, but I don't ever recall showing you raw meat. I don't, come on eating a burger or something like that. I don't eat honey on camera. I go out of my way not to make you guys uncomfortable. And Loki's yeah, I got back there. That's half the problem. You're too nice and too accommodating. So, if you guys do want to see some of the furs, they're beautiful. Now, I'm getting $10 little tails. Are they going to look like something that you paid a couple $100 on a artisan fur site for? No, but they're for an altar. They don't have to be a $200 one unless you can afford that. If you can, get me a couple. So, yeah, good thinking. That's part of the reason too that Odin didn't have something. And then I remembered I was getting into the tub to take a bath because I was all stressed out. Now I'm not talking to him because we had an argument. I remembered what my grandmother's muff was made out of. I thought it was because I was looking at photos, and you can't find photos online anymore. And I was like, oh no, no, I remember what this is made of. I'm almost dead certain I would have to get a DNA test. And I'm like, I inherited that. It's staying in this house. It's probably 60 some years old at this point. It's staying in this house. It's from a time when she just went to a store and she could buy it. Rules change all the time about what you can buy, but up until the 80s, you could walk into a store, like I'm talking local stores, any store. You could buy fur coats, you could buy furry keychains, you could buy raccoon tails to put on your antenna. I grew up in that culture. I grew up in leather goods, culture. And all that has gone by the wayside a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. And then there was some fashion designer, I forget who it was. It was in the news today. It's no longer going to be doing fur because PETA put pressure on them, and PETA convinced them to no longer have fur. And I'm like, where do you get off making decisions from other people? Because you kill more dogs and cats than I ever could. And, it's a fact. Look them up. And I go, yes, amen, Becker. They're horrible towards animals. I'm more friendly and safer for an animal to be around than PETA. Trust me, fact check them. They're monsters. So, yes. And, I thought, how do they get off doing that. If you don't want to wear fur, don't wear fur. If you don't like fur fashion shows, don't support that designer with your money. Obviously, don't buy fur. It's like it's common sense. Like if you don't like vegan food, don't go buy vegan food. Don't go to a vegan restaurant, eat a vegan broth or a vegan smoothie or something saying, "Do you know plants have feelings? Do you know that I have this book that says plants have emotions and that I have books like this? Do you know what a monster you are? This plant suffered, and if it's alive, it feels pain." There are people that believe that. And they just spread a lot of misinformation, like, the idea that farmers kill calves, bull calves. They don't. That's money. That's money. That beautiful money is either gilded or sold off at an appropriate age so he can go make more cows. That's his job. Bulls are important. Bulls are very important. Or he's raised on the hoof for the beef trade, but believe me, he is treated like a prince. If you go to any decent farm, he's the sultan of the farm, and he knows it. Believe me, his own pen, because they're kind of antisocial. Very well treated, very well fed, taken care of. And farm animals usually have excellent care. They just find the 2 or 3 bad farms they could find and they exploit that, and then they say crazy stuff. Most farmers love their animals intensely, not in a weird way, Loki. And they love them, they name them, they take care of them, and when they have to send them down the road, it's a hard thing. So, it's just been a thing of putting up with her harassment, and ironically, her harassment is what I needed to go out and buy the furs for Loki. And I don't have a problem with that. If you guys again really want to see them, they're just like I said, they're $10 tails. They to me they look beautiful. Now I ordered the colors I did, but because this is a animal product, they're not going to be the exact color they came on. And we've been amusing ourselves reading the reviews of people going, "It looks so real." There's a reason it looks real, honey. We're just not gonna tell you. Oh dear. It's okay. But I can't believe the amount of people that saw it clearly said it was real fur and they bought it and then they bitched out on Amazon, excuse my language, about, this is a real tell. How dare they? It's a real tell. It's no different than wearing leather. At the end of the day, it's not. The rest of that animal went and was used for something. Trust me on this. The only thing, veganism taught me was, where does the rest of the fox go? Feed trade. They don't waste anything. You can't afford to raise an animal just for the outside or just for the inside. Everything gets used, guys. Trust me. We carnivores, omnivores, whatever we are, we use every part. We do everything we can. We don't waste anything. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. You want to see those first, let me know. Just don't be disappointed if I hold up a tail that's like skinny like this, because some of the reviews were like, they didn't like them. Mine, I think, are gorgeous. I think they're gorgeous. I think they're beautiful. I don't feel guilty. Loki feels so happy. Odin, if I ever forgive him, talk to him again. He said something really nasty. Trust me, he's one time out for a reason. He's really looking forward to his. He agreed to take the black fox, and then when we realized what the muff is made out of, he's content. He's content. He's like, oh, good. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know down below. If you want to see tails or you want to see the pelt, if it's not going to upset you, okay, that's fine. But if, we're not going to be doing this all the time. For those of you, like, on the fence right now, like, oh god, you just mentioned a pelt. We're not going to be doing this all the time. Once he has his stuff, we're not going to go, shopping every weekend for more fur. We all agree that, there's just not enough room in this house to keep going shopping for stuff. So once he has his tails tomorrow and he has his pelt, I think it's Monday. Yeah, Monday is the pelt, and then Tuesday a last tail comes in because they shipped it like funny. That's it. That's it for the fur. Though he did see an adorable fox or raccoon, they won't say, but it looked like fox pom pom, and he's like, you'll come on one day and there'll just be this huge mink curtain behind us. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.